Good morning. Today we're going to read a book by Dianna Aston, and it's called A Rock is Lively. And if you don't know what these fancy rocks are that you open up and find beautiful crystals inside, this is called an azurite geode. A rock is lively, bubbling like a pot of soup deep beneath the earth's crust, liquid, molten, boiling. Depending on what type of rock it is, a rock melts at temperatures between 1300 and 2400 degrees Fahrenheit. A rock is mixed up. All rocks are made of a mix of ingredients called minerals. Just as a batter of flour, butter, and sugar makes a cookie, a batter of minerals makes a rock. The recipe for a rock might include minerals like aluminum, copper, diamond, fluorite, gold, gypsum, lead, nickel, platinum, quartz, silver, sulfur, tin, topaz, and turquoise. And this rock over here is called calcite. Here's pyrite, and this one is sodalite. This one's lazurite. This one says a rock is galactic. Outer space is a shower of rocky fireworks. And this one is called a lapis lazuli. Meteoroids are rocks that range in size from a grain of sand to a basketball. They become meteors or shooting stars when they streak through Earth's atmosphere and vaporize. Sometimes pieces of the meteor aren't vaporized and land on Earth's surface. These are called meteorites. Comets are balls of rock and ice, sometimes called dirty snowballs, that are heated by the sun and soar through space, leaving glowing ribbons of dust behind them. Asteroids are gigantic chunks of rock and metal. They can weigh millions of tons. The largest known asteroid is 650 miles in diameter. It would take a person 352 hours or nearly 15 days to walk around it. A rock is old. The oldest known rocks on Earth were formed billions of years before the sky turned from green to blue, before dinosaurs thundered across the Earth, before humans learned how to make fire. The oldest rocks ever found are nearly 4.5 billion years old. And here we have a meteorite fragment. This is a greenstone. This is a zircon crystal. This very cool one is a Louisian gneiss. This is granite. This is from the United States, and it's 2.5 billion years old. A rock is huge. Considered by many to be the world's largest rock, Australia's Mount Augustus is a sandstone rock with an elevation or height of 3,628 feet above sea level, about 1,000 feet higher than the world's tallest skyscraper. And tiny. The carpets of sand on the floors and shores of oceans, lakes, and rivers come from larger rocks that have been ground through weathering into tiny grains. So next time you're at the beach, pick up some sand and look and see if you can see all the tiny little pieces of rock. A rock is helpful. Some birds swallow stones to help them digest food. As the muscles in the gizzards of their stomachs move, food is chewed, crushed by rocks in the same way humans use teeth to break down food. Crocodiles, seals, and sea lions also ingest rocks. The extra weight or ballast helps them dive deeper and stay steady in water. Sea otters lie on their backs and use rocks to crack open shells on their stomachs. Seagulls drop mollusks onto rocks to break apart their shells. A rock is surprising. Some rocks need to be broken open to reveal their beauty. Geodes, round hollow rocks found mostly in deserts or beds of volcanic ash, hide sparkly crystals. The crystals were once liquids but trapped inside. And this is the one that when my kids had geodes, they would find these purple gems inside. This is an amethyst geode. And over here, this is a chimpanzee cracking the hard shells of nuts on rocks. A rock is inventive. This is called an axe head, this rock. It's from England. This is an arrowhead found in the United States. This is a spear point from Africa. This is a rock knife. This is from the United States. Long ago, humans chiseled rocks into sharp-edged weapons and tools. Flaky flint and obsidian rocks were chipped into arrowheads, spear points, axes, and hammers. Rough granite, sandstone, and lava rocks were shaped into mortars and pestles used for grinding seeds, rice, nuts, chilies, and garlic into food. This is a mortar and pestle from Greece. Today, humans use rocks to make cement and bricks, paper and pencils, glass and toothpaste. A rock is creative, and graphite is a rock that's used to make lead in pencils. This is chalk. This is limonite. This is hematite. Manganese. Tens of thousands of years ago, before there was writing, ancient people told stories through symbols. With colors made from minerals, they painted pictographs on cave walls, rock shelters, and ledges. They chipped and pecked the surface of stones to make petroglyphs. This is a pictograph found in Lascaux, France. It's 12,000 to 17,000 years old. This is a petroglyph, was found in Utah. It's 1,000 years old. In more recent history, artists and builders have chiseled great sculptures and monuments from all kinds of rock. Basalt and other volcanic rocks can be 500 to 750 years old. These pyramids of Giza in Egypt, these are made from a rock called limestone. This is sandstone, dolerite, and others. These rocks can be found in Stonehenge in England. They're 3,100 to 5,100 years old. This is marble on the Taj Mahal in India. It's about 400 years old. This is onyx. It was used to make a sculpture called Mother and Child. It's 60 years old. This is a very famous sculpture called David by Michelangelo. It's 500 years old. This is Mount Rushmore. It's made from granite. It's about 100 years old. A rock is recycled. Sedimentary rocks like coal and limestone have eroded over time into smaller pieces of sand, pebbles, and gravel. Then were pressed together like a layer cake with fossils, seashells, and decayed plants. Metamorphic rocks began as sedimentary or igneous, but were baked and squeezed so hard by heat and pressure they became metamorphic rocks like slate and marble. This is igneous rock. It was formed by magma. When magma erupts through volcanoes, it cools and hardens into rocks like granite and pumice. Pumice is so lightweight it floats. A rock doesn't hurry. Over thousands of millions of years, it changes from one form to another. This is called the rock cycle. In a process called erosion, a rock is squashed and scraped by glaciers, whirled by waves and rain, and pushed deep into the earth until it turns into magma. Then a rock is once again lively. And here's another piece of lapis lazuli. This is pyrite, tin, agate, gold, azurite geode. And I'm going to stop here because here's Mrs. Crowley. Thanks for reading along.